and welcome to this I Teach Stamping video tutorial. Today I'm excited to share with you how to make a gatefold card. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to be using my Simply Scored, and I've got a piece of Whisper White that's going to be 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches. And I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 inches, and then again at 8 1/4 inches. And then that's all we need our Simply Scored for. We can move it on out of the way. So now we're ready to jump into our stamping. I'm going to be using the Deck the Halls from the Marion type stamp set, and I've got a piece of Whisper White that's going to be 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. I'm just going to stamp this down in the bottom quarter, and I'm inking up the stamp in Cherry Cobbler ink. There we've got that, and I'm going to set it aside and let that dry. Now the next thing we're going to do is build our layers. So we've got the base of our card, and I'm going to go ahead and fold on those score lines that we made at the beginning. And that's how you're going to get your gate. Alright, then we're going to take 2 pieces of Cherry Cobbler, and these are each 2 1/2 inches by 4 inches. And they're just going to center on our little gate doors. And then I've got 2 pieces of DSP, and these are from the Festival of Prints Designer Series paper, and these are both going to be 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. So we're just going to put these in place. If you don't have these paper stacks, you are missing out, trust me. Okay, then we're going to make the closure for our card. So I'm going to take a piece of Cherry Cobbler that's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I'm just going to center it on my card. But I only have adhesive on one side of that Cherry Cobbler, so that's the trick. If you have it all the way across, your card's not going to open very well. Then we're going to take our Deck the Halls and drop that into the center. Now, of course, we need to decorate this some more, so let's turn to some more Festival of Prints Designer Series paper and our Mitten Builder punch. So I'm going to show you my favorite little trick with this. The first thing I'm going to do is cut the cuff, and I want the darker part of this plaid. So I'm just going to slide it in and just center it. I really want the cuffs, the pattern on those cuffs, to stand up or stand off the mitten. So I want it to look completely separate. I'm going to do the same thing again. And so that's how I'm going to have those pieces right there. Now we're ready to do our mitten. So I want the mitten to have more of the muted pattern to it. I don't want the dark rectangles in there, or squares in there. So I'm just going to take this and punch. And then all you need to do to get the other side, so that you've got opposable thumbs, is just flip your paper upside down and do it again. So that's how we're going to have those. Now we're going to need one more for the inside of our card. So let's go ahead and take care of that. While we're punching, we might as well. And then I'm going to need one more of the darker section for that cuff. Alright, and now we're ready to build out all of our mitten pieces. So I'm going to grab my snail and get rid of the trash, and we'll be right back. So each of our mittens is going to get a little snail action. And then we're just going to drop those cuffs right on top. And see how it's just going to make the end of that mitten stand out a little bit more. This is a fun little punch. You can do a lot of accent work with this punch. Okay, so I'm just going to get this layered on to there. And then go ahead and find your 2 opposing ones. So then we've got one for the middle. And let's go ahead and show a little dimensional love on here. So I'm just going to put one on the back of each. And actually not on the inside, because I want my card to close, so I'm going to put that one back. Then we're ready to deal with our mini glue dots, and this is going to be for our little string that holds our mittens. So at the top of these, I'm just going to drop a mini glue dot. So let's talk about this baker's twine. This is just the Cherry Cobbler baker's twine, and I used the 10-second bow maker ahead of time to make the teeny tiny bow. I love it that you can use it for things as small as baker's twine. And then when you take your baker's twine off of the card stock that it's on, see how it's got that natural bend to it? I just cut there, so it's already done for me. Okay, so now we're going to take one little mitten and press that seam binding, baker's twine into that mini glue dot. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Then we're ready to peel off the backing for our dimensional. Just going to take my mittens and hang them here. Let me move it down just a smidge. And then I'm going to take another mini glue dot, and because these are bigger than that baker's twine, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm just going to catch that baker's twine there, and then I'm going to cover up that mini glue dot with that cutie patootie little bow right there. Okay, so there's the front of our card. Now we're ready to do the inside. And this is going to be so simple you won't even believe it. Okay, cherry cobbler that's going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 is just going to drop to the inside. And then a piece of whisper white that's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. It's going to drop to the inside there. A little bit of snail for this mitten. Ta-da! I mean, how easy was that? But it's super cute. Now, let's go ahead and take care of our envelope. I am on a mission for no naked envelopes this winter. So, all I did for my envelope is I put adhesive around the flap, and then I'm taking some more of this Festival of Prints DSP, and you can do 2 envelope flaps with 1 piece of this pattern paper. And all you have to do is line it up, grab your scissors, and trim around. You just want to make sure that you've got adhesive all the way to the edge of that envelope. And then after you finish cutting, you're going to have one that looks just like this. So look how cute this, let me move my junk out of the way so that we can awe in the beauty of it. Okay, so now we've got this gorgeous little mitten card. And look at that with the DSP. How cute is that? This is an easy card that anybody can make. So let me know what you think. Drop me a comment below this video, and also be sure to like it if you like it, and tell your friends about it. To learn more about rubber stamping for card making and scrapbooking, jump on over to iteachstamping.com and sign up for my newsletter. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great day.